Hello, I'm attorney Dan Marr, and I'm going to be talking in this vlog about how in New Hampshire a revocable trust affects your ability to collect your debt. So you're in a situation where you are owed money, business to business or whatever situation, but you have an individual that has a revocable trust. And how does that affect your collecting of your debt in New Hampshire? Revocable trusts are a normal estate planning tool. Many of us have them. I have them. Basically, it's a good way to do two things. One, avoid probate, and if you put all your assets in a revocable trust, it's revocable, so you still have the ability to make any changes to that during your lifetime, as long as you're competent, as long as you're alive, and you can do that. So it's a good tool if you take the time to make the effort of doing a revocable trust ahead of time beforehand. It saves you on going through a probate process, and also gets your assets quicker when you die to the people that need it. So you may have it in a situation where it's between you and your husband, between husband and wife, but then to your kids, you want to do that. And also a revocable trust also will allow you upon your death to not give your assets to a minor or even somebody that's 18. You might be able to stagger it out to 35. I've done other um, vlogs on it, or later, as far as depending on how much assets you have. It's a good estate planning tool. What I'm going to be talking about today is when you're a creditor and you're looking at somebody that owes you money, an individual that owes you money, and they have a revocable trust. They may have their bank accounts in the revocable trust, their investments in a revocable trust, and their real estate investment in a revocable trust. Particularly for real estate, if you go on to nhdeeds.com, go through the normal Google process, you'll be able to parse through and get to the registries of deeds in the various counties, and you're going to be able to find out whether or not somebody's asset is in a revocable trust. Also, if they have a estate plan, or sorry, if you go through the tax assessor's database, so it's say Nashua tax assessor database, you should be able to get to the tax assessor database, pop in their name, and see if their or their real estate, and see if their property is actually held in a revocable trust. If it's held in a revocable trust and you try to get a lien against it, if you just say it's John Smith and you don't say the John Smith revocable trust, and you put that in the registry of deeds, in the Hillsborough County Registry of Deeds, you're not going to get the revocable trust. Same thing with bank accounts. If you're just going after a bank account and you're just naming the name of the person, you may not get the revocable trust. But there's a specific statute. It's RSA 564B 505A. So it's 564B 505A. It's dealing with the trust in New Hampshire. And it specifically says that a settlor, meaning the guy or gal who creates the trust, that's the settlor, of a revocable trust, their debts are available, are payable through the revocable trust. So the bank accounts, the investments, the real estate, more importantly. New Hampshire has currently, as the beginning of the year, gets up to $400,000 homestead exemption, but there may be situations where you had debt before that might make a difference. But you also may have investment property. People will often deed their other properties in New Hampshire into the revocable trust. But then also, again, they have investments and they have bank accounts, and those, if they're in the revocable trust, which is normal, is available for debt for creditors. So that is a well worth understanding of that revocable trusts are available for creditors, but you have to ask for that in the court. And again, the statute is RSA 564B 505A, and that's in New Hampshire. And if you have a person that owes you money that has a revocable trust, you should talk to an attorney about making sure that you go after not just the individual for the breach of their agreement to pay you the debt, but also go after the trust. If they are the settlor, the creator of that trust, and it's a revocable trust, meaning they can revoke it during their death or until their death and until disability, then you can go after it. And New Hampshire law has a clear statute on that, and you should go after that trust. So I'm attorney Dan Marr. I've been doing this for close to 30, or actually close to 39, 40 years in New Hampshire, and about 29 years in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And I'm happy to help if the opportunity arises. I'm at 603-883-5501, 603-883-5501. You can also check out my weekly vlogs at goingtonashvillelaw.com. .com, Nashua Law, all one word, .com. Go to my personal bio, and you can click from there. You can see my YouTube channel, weekly channel vlogs. Thank you. Look forward to working with you if the opportunity arises. Thanks.